how do you think this is going to go? With a 1 minute difference between these two PBs, what are we expecting from this race today, Blue Haven Gaming?
Well, obviously, PB-wise, Techno has an advantage, but it seems like Zypher is the fan favorite in the Gamba. So it'll be interesting. It's closer matchup than some of the ones we had yesterday, mainly thinking about the Zeus matchup and such, where we had 15 and 16s going against 18 or 23s. But it looks like we're getting going. Techno looking to be running on Japan and Zypher on US.
So I believe, so how much time does the Japanese actually save in 16 star? Do we know the exact count?
I'm pretty sure it's just the intro and it's like 3 seconds. Could be wrong,
something like that, yeah. I know this, I mean, well, we know that the text boxes on Japanese are a bit slower. And then the Bowser fight text boxes are a bit of a different speed as well. I think it comes out
like the main stars it comes into account for is the hand star in the pyramid, because they have much more or less text boxes in the Japanese version.
True. Although I'll be very surprised if we do see that star in this race today.
That's what I was going to say. In 16, it's not much of a problem. So as we see Techno going for Lakitu and misses it, see if Zypher can take a quick lead. Oh, almost moats.
With a grab as well. Neither player getting Lakitu skip to start off with.
Looks like both will not be going for the LBLJ route.
Yeah,
good decision in race player.
One thing that I'm interested in, what I'm going to be looking out for, what I think is going to be fun to kind of keep an eye on, is the differences in stress that these two players are going to go for. With a 1 minute difference in PB, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to go for risky stuff, who's going to be taking it safe. I'm curious to see what kind of differences we'll be seeing. Techno missing a bomb clip to start off with.
Going for a second bomb, while Zypher looking good, but a bad angle still gets him though.
Making it nicely in.
Oh, Techno with the infinite re-grab. We'll go for another bomb clip. At this point, might as well take the pole, but looking better this time around.
I respect the commitment.
So, early exchanging lead all over the place. Kind of a spaghetti beginning, but it's mostly probably the jitters from the race.
Yeah, there is something to be said about the pressure that you would feel as a racer. Playing in front of millions of fans watching worldwide, I can see how that would get to you. And it is the first race, so it'll be interesting to see how the players warm up and go from here. Will we be seeing Owlless from the players? I'm guessing we will.
Doesn't look like it on Zypher's side, going for a texture setup cannonless. See if Techno goes for it. And Zypher getting the texture first try.
Done.
Oh, it looks like Techno's going for it. I'm expecting a triple jump. If he can get it. And cannot get into that cage. And goes for a second try. And that's not gonna work. Might as well go for cannonless, and he does. And we'll go for sock folder setup. Enough time loss, doesn't want to miss a cannonless, and he does with sock folder.
Missing another.
I don't think he adjusted.
Right now.
Yeah, I don't think he adjusted the camera there. So far, so good for Zypher.
Yeah, Zypher taking a nice 1-star lead here at the beginning. That's gonna give him a nice little buffer zone to be a little bit more comfortable in this race, I think.
Yeah, Zypher going for safe strat, taking the wall kick up to the island instead of trying to go up the slope. Which is good in race settings. You want to go for safe strat that you know you will be able to do.
For sure. I think especially if you're in the lead, you don't want to go for anything too risky. But I think the careful balance of stress that's going to make the biggest difference.
Ooh, and Techno missing it again. Didn't plank push either. He looked to be still like halfway into the plank. And walks off.
Falling down! Techno, oh no!
Techno having a Womps meltdown.
He's looking shaky.
Can he get it now? This looks good. Does the camera adjustment and gets it.
Let's go. Third time's the charm. Finally getting the star. Not being
already about, I'd say, a star and 3/4 behind. Has to pick it up if he wants to take game 1.
Yeah, this is going to be a hefty lead for Zypher at the beginning of this race. We're going to see what Techno has up his sleeves to be able to bring it back.
Still early though, we got Dark World coming up, and one deck at the end can be a lot of times, so no commentator's curse, wink wink. But
Zypher choosing to wake up the owl.
yeah, we'll be exiting Womps right after. Techno still right now doing the Womp King, still has Tower and then the Owl, and I think Wild Blue. I am pretty sure he has Wild Blue too. He's missing one more star.
I think he did Wild Blue already as a backup, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, Tower and Owl.
Was the first time, yeah.
I wasn't counting the Womp King star that he was doing.
Zypher, meanwhile, making his way over to CCM. We're going to be seeing 2 stars. What kind of a wall kicks will work strat will we see? Will he drop the penguin? Only time will tell.
Got a Womps exit of about 5:15, didn't see the exact time, but decent Womps.
You're looking pretty good. Zypher doesn't have to worry right now. Zypher in the cozy lead right now, looking pretty good. Pretty clean.
Yeah, quick grab of the penguin, no problem there.
Techno with 1 star left to get before he's making his way to CCM. And you know what, despite the differences in times right now, I think Dark World is going to make a big difference. If we see a fall or anything like that, that's going to make for a chaotic change to the race.
For sure. So let's see, Zypher going for the safe strat on wall kicks, so looking, no, that should be good. Yeah, that was looking far.
It was looking a little bit, but it ended up working out.
Doesn't get the ice wall kick there, goes for second attempt, and that one is good. Now Techno just
landing right into the star.
Gonna be joining Zypher into CCM. Well, as he exits, they'll say hi to each other on the way out.
Interesting now, double jump dive.
Zypher now heading into Dark World just as Techno enters CCM. I expect both of them to go for reds with their times.
Ooh, and we're gonna see pro wall kicks will work from Techno. Will it work out first try? Looking pretty good getting the dive. And a triple jump into the star for an extra flare. Love to see it.
Zypher will take a little bit safe, no dives there, but so far so good in the beginning of the Dark World.
A nice solid start, not looking like Zypher's having too much trouble. Looking like a Dark World. Very familiar stage for Mr. Zypher, making his way through, taking some safe jumps, not risking it too much.
Yeah, looking maybe for a comfy normal cycle, but has to pick it up a little bit if he doesn't want to miss it.
And Techno making it out of CCM as well. Alright, both players are going to be meeting in Dark World. So we're taking this time to line up that wall kick, but looking good. I think the little extra moments he's taking to line himself up, make sure he's not falling off, are all going to pay off in the end, keeping his lead nice and secure for now.
Yeah, I'm a big advocate of like just do whatever will make you not die, basically.
I'm an advocate of the exact opposite. I love seeing players go for extreme strategies that might result in death and loss of the race.
Of course, you gotta change your strategy, like let's say you're behind and you're facing elimination, but like, if you're in the lead, there's no reason other than trying to get the swag to really go for risky stuff.
For sure, Zypher missing the Bowser throw.
Techno looking a lot better in Dark World so far, no stopping anywhere, just going for it.
Taking some riskier jumps here and there. I think it's looking like Techno's trying to make up a little bit of time here and there. I think now the pressure is going to be on for Techno to make some speedy adjustments to catch up to Zypher.
Gets a ledge grab there, so we'll probably get the same cycle Zypher got. As Zypher now heading into basement, just finished up with the throw.
Looking pretty good. Techno with a bit of a sketchy rollout.
Monka W.
Oh no.
Now, as a
the edge.
With very Monka W movement.
Oh my god, we are taking a choose your own route right now.
Some homebrew movement. But gets through it nonetheless.
Love to see it. Meanwhile, Zypher is now making his way over to Shifting Sandland. Let's have a look at what kind of stars we're going to see.
Well, being no LBLJ should be just Talon and top of the pyramid.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be seeing that. Let's have a look. Looking nice. Long jump making it through.
Oh, and Techno missing the throw also. Some camera rage. Should be alright to get at the second one. And does.
Techno out of work, Dark World just as Zypher makes his way out with the first star of 2. Looking pretty good.
Yeah, Zypher having a pretty clean run so far.
Yeah, right now,
A bit of a safer Dark World, but...
Yeah, but making it work, and I think that's ultimately what matters the most.
Yep. Going for Pyramid, gets it, and already out of SSL just as Techno exits Dark World.
I think there is going to be a heavy pressure on Techno to perform well when it comes to MIPS, and then later on in BLJs, because I think those are going to be the major time saves that are left in this area, because a lot of these stages coming up now, it's very hard to die. HMC is a bit risky, could fall in the hole. We're going to have to see how it goes.
The chunk of the run is really like after HMC. Like, it's one thing to get all the stars saved, then you got MIPS clip, then you got the swimming, then you got Fire Sea, then you got BLJ, and then you have to clutch it out in bits.
For sure, for sure. I think with 16 star, a lot of the pressure lies in the end of the run. But
because like I feel in categories like in categories like 70, like it's much more spaced, so you have time to like wind down with some easier stages. While in 16, it's one after the other. And add BLJ to the mix, it makes for a chaotic experience.
Yeah, exactly. It's non-stop fast stage after fast stage. Considering all the stars are very quick, you don't really get much room to breathe, outside of maybe swimming in DDD. And Techno making his way out of Lethal Lava Land just as Zypher enters HMC for his first star.
As Techno mentioned, in this match, it is a pre-record, as the racer could not make it to or such, but they do not know what happens, who wins, or anything, so shouldn't matter too much. As we see Techno now going LLL and going for
River side hop, it looks like.
Yeah.
And making it look easy. Let's go. First try. Nicely
I'm curious
done.
what he replaces with. Did he not do Tal?
I think we'll be seeing... Yeah,
Techno being in chat, if you can tell us what is that routing choice. What star are you doing instead?
This is looking like... I think this was a Talon replacement because we saw a triple jump to the pyramid. So it makes sense that we wouldn't be doing Talons. And we're still doing the regular 2 stars. From HMC.
Now heading for MIPS. Can he get a quick grab? And gets it right in front of the door.
Barely nipping him in time. Taking her for the nice triple jump, a dive rollout to get the star up here. Looking pretty cool. I always like this strat.
The nice left side emergency exit.
Always looking good.
Zypher looking good.
Nicely done. Good MIPS grab.
Decent first door. Can he get a quick second one? Does so, and now heads into DDD as Techno's doing his last star in HMC. Gets good RNG on the rocks.
With a nice dive rollout. Clean HMC. We're going to be seeing a nice DDD coming up from Techno. If he manages to catch MIPS in good time. So let's hope for good luck.
Techno now going for the bunny. Can he get a quick grab like Zypher did? Gets a quick grab, but kind of in the corner.
Still pretty good though. Still pretty good. Catching MIPS in the end.
Ooh. Zypher.
No!
Oh, I thought he was gonna soft lock for a sec.
That looked a bit scary. Getting stuck on the sub for a little bit. Bit of a slip and slide. But ultimately making it to the star in the end. Not letting that obstacle get in his way.
Techno with the Mario Cam MIPS clip gets it through pretty fast on the first door. Misses the second door though, but gets it on the second try. Zypher now into Fire Sea.
Ooh,
not gonna catch your cycle. Techno catching up a little bit.
Zypher will have a little bit of time to wait around for this cycle to finish off, but no pressure. We've got time.
Yeah,
Zypher's in the
once you
lead.
miss zero cycle, the normal cycle is pretty comfy. Like, if you don't do major mistakes, like 4 or 5 burns, like, you should be able to get it. Now going for the left side, looking good.
Techno also having a bit of trouble with this submarine. Submarine is not being too kind to our runners today.
Zypher
Reaching the 16 star.
now heading for deep Bowser and the Fire Sea throws. Can lose a lot of time missing it.
Yeah, I think this Bowser throw here is always one that looks deceptively easy, but that bomb, I think...
And as I say that commentator's curse, he does miss it. Just as Techno enters Fire Sea and is looking good, could he perhaps get a zero cycle? Gets the fast move and looking good for it so far. That's gonna be tight. Let's see. Can he get it? I think he has it. He gets the ledge grab, he gets zero cycle, can make up a lot of time. Well, a good 6-7 seconds on the cycle.
Looking nice and clean.
If Zypher misses a couple of BLJs, this could be a tied race in game number 1 of this best of 3. Techno now in the Bowser battle as Zypher puts the key in the door.
So let's see, if Techno manages to get this Bowser first try, then this will be the first Bowser of the day that's been hit first try. I'm feeling lucky. And we're looking good straight at the bomb.
Zypher on his first BLJs, can he get it? Not looking good on the first attempt. 2-3 more of those and we're tied up. Here's one.
Angle looking good, but just can't
and the
manage
dab on Techno's side. Oh, and Zypher looking good. Gets it on the third attempt on the first staircase.
Nicely. Alright, now we're gonna see Techno's BLJs as well.
As I'd like to remind the sponsor of the tournament, Urban Arts, apparently being in chat from what Saren is saying. I don't personally know them, but I'll take Saren's words for it. Zypher now into bits, as Techno is now trying for his BLJs. Gets it, I'd say, on a first and a half try.
Yeah, looking pretty good, pretty fast, honestly. It's looking pretty close now. I think Techno's done a good job of making up a lot of time, and now it's going to come down to this Bowser in the sky.
Yeah, does Zypher go for the left side moving or standing, or goes the safe route? Techno having some problem on a second staircase. Goes for kicks, Zypher is doesn't want to risk it with a left or right side. As Techno catches some BLJ, but stops in the middle.
Wall. Oh no.
Zypher looking good. Just about to head into the pipe. No Goomba interference. Well. And he will get in that pipe as Techno gets into the hole 2 bits. Now we're gonna need some Zypher throw meltdown if Techno is to catch up in this game 1. But that's 1.
Nice clean first bomb.
That's 2.
Second looking good.
Zypher only need 1 more throw to take game 1 of this best of 3. With a very respectable 18 if he does get the throw. Takes his time and laser on the bomb. Zypher takes game 1. Looking like an 1856, 57 maybe. Techno just about to get into the pipe. It was too little too late. God, a 19 flush.
Flat 19, pretty clean. Honestly, pretty good showing for a first race. I'm excited to see what they're gonna bring in the second one to come.
Techno gets his first throw. Perhaps can at least get the sub 20. It's just oh wow, that was gonna hit.
Missing the second throw. That looked like it was gonna hit.
Zypher taking game 1. Must be feeling good.
Very strong showing. Zypher took the lead early on and managed to keep the pressure on, taking it.
Yeah, we saw
the way through.
a lot of mistakes in the beginning, but both runners kind of got more consistent as the race went on. Like I said earlier, probably the stress as Techno hits his third hit. I think that's gonna be just over 20, like 20:06.
Still a very respectable time.
But yeah, if I was Zypher, I'd be pretty happy playing about 37 seconds from my SOB, but Techno with a not even a sub 20 with a 17 PB must play better in the second race if they want to go on into the next round.
I think for sure. I think consistency is going to be a big key factor. We did see Techno struggling quite a bit at the very beginning of the race, but I have a feeling that Techno will be able to bring it back if that is taken care of in the second race. Zypher looking pretty good overall as well with the consistency in his pocket.
Yeah, Zypher just having a safe, clean run, but Techno, that canonless meltdown cost them a lot of time.
Yeah, I think we saw 3 missed canonlesses total, which is unfortunate to see. You hate to see it. Canonless being missed more than once does waste a lot of time, especially early on.
For sure. As we are now gonna go into game 2, Zypher taking the 1-0 lead, needs one more victory to go on, where Techno needs to win the 2 next ones if he wants to continue being alive in this tournament.
So how are you feeling? Who do you think is gonna? How are you feeling about our runners going forward into the second race of the day?
Well, I'm sure Techno, after doing that first race, feels like he needs to get a better time, so I'm expecting Techno to bounce back, but who knows? If Zypher just plays safe and plays clean like he did in the first race, he could just take the 2-0 victory and run away with it.
I definitely agree. I think you're just about right. I am hoping, obviously, for a game 3. As always, I think it's always hype to see it come down to a final game, but time will tell.
Aren't we all? And it looks like we're going for game 2.
Alright, so first up, we're going to have Lucky to Skip coming up yet again. Now, in the first race, we saw both racers miss Lucky to Skip. I'm now hoping that we're going to see them redeem themselves with a clean Lucky to Skip in this race. And a nice bomb clip as well.
Yeah, like I was mentioning yesterday, the second race usually is the cleaner and more, how would I say, like, people go for it and they put it all on the line.
I think that's true. I think once you've done the first race and you're kind of comfortable in the seat, once you're there, once you're racing, you're warmed up now, you're in the
both
zone.
Sides have both sides have motivation. Like, if you have the 1-0 lead, you want to end it ASAP. If you're behind, you need that victory to stay alive, so both of them have an incentive to play good.
Yeah, the pressure is on now, for sure. With Zypher at match point.
Getting Lack to skip, can Zypher do the same? And does.
Nicely done!
Love to see it. Beginning, that's what we want to see.
Alright, now heading to Bomb Battlefield for the first fun star of the season. How will Bomb Clip treat our racers?
Yeah, Techno not having too good of a bomb clip, needed 3 attempts to get it last run. Zypher getting it first try on the first race, so let's see. Techno looking good. Gets it. Zypher looking good also. Well. Gets a little bit of an explosion in the face, but still gets it. Much cleaner beginning. Overall,
yeah, we're definitely seeing a much cleaner beginning to both of these racers' starts, I think, in this race. I'm excited for this one.
Now, everybody prayed for Techno that he gets canonless this time around.
We're hoping that he's recalibrated his stick in the meantime between races to adjust for that angle that he wasn't getting before.
For sure, we do not want to see for a failed canonless this run. We want a clean race until the end that comes down to throw about like 20 milliseconds from each other.
Now, we did see an owlless attempt before in the previous race, but Techno ended up, I think both races ended up going for Awakening the Owl. I think we're going to see another attempt now.
Techno did 2 attempts and then went for the Owl. That one looks good and gets it.
Looking clean!
Zypher looking good on the Oak, but does not get it. We'll go back it up with Wild Blue. Now nice Techno will probably go for Canonless this time around after getting Owless. Will he go for texture or sock folder? Goes for sock folder right away. Looking like a good one, and what?
Just barely missing it. Both runners are not being treated very well by Candles, it seems.
At least has the wobble backup, so missing it one time isn't too bad, but he needs that next attempt as Zypher gets it.
Now it's just gonna be up to Techno to get that Candleless star once and for all. Hopefully not letting it elude him for too much longer, as we saw in the first race.
Nobody knows the outcome of this match. This Techno goes for Candleless once again. Hopefully gets this time around, and does.
And looking nice.
So Techno taking a little bit of a lead from that Owlus, basically.
Yeah, I think we're looking at about a half a star lead right now, I think it seems.
Techno only has the Womp King and the Tower left, as Zypher is doing the Womp King, still have Tower and the Owl after that one.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be seeing a woken owl, woken from his slumber.
Much cleaner Womps this time around for Techno, other than that one missed Candleless.
Yeah, I think we're definitely seeing both runners kind of in the zone a little bit more. The nerves of the first race maybe having worn off a little bit. We're seeing them kind of get into the flow state and groove and schmoove a little bit more.
Yeah, with a clean Tower, Techno can have a sub 5 Womps exit. Zypher looking maybe like a 515, around that.
Yeah, both players definitely putting up a strong showing for this first split, I think, of the run. They're getting the triple jump, looking nice.
And it looks like it will be a 457. 6, 7, not exactly sure.
The clean sub 5. Very strong showing at the very beginning.
Yeah, as I was expecting, Techno having a much cleaner run, bouncing back from that bad beginning on the other race, and now heading into CCM just as Zypher will fall behind.
The beginning of this race is looking a lot closer than the first one, so we're going to be seeing a little bit more of a close race here, I think, at the beginning, which is going to be nice. It's going to be exciting.
Techno going for the pro wall kick strat. Let's see if he takes that or gets the wall kick. And as commentator's curse again, he takes a death. You hate to see it, and we're pretty much tied up right now, both getting into the CCM painting.
Just barely still in the lead.
That's 2 today for me. And he goes for it again. But gets it this time around. Takes a bit of damage, but that does not matter. Grabs the star.
Nicely done, nicely done.
Zypher getting the penguin star, no problem.
Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Both runners have a 1 star left in this stage. We've seen Zypher take the slightly safer route for wall kicks will work. And penguin is usually not too bad, so I think we're going to be seeing both runners fairly close to each other out of this stage.
Techno having some hiccups with the slope, but manages to get it to his mama. Grabs a star and will still hold a little bit of the lead. Oh, well, actually, I think we're pretty much synced up. Exactly.
Wow, okay. Neck and neck right now. Heading into Dark World. This is going to be exciting.
Now, in this settings where both enter Dark World at the exact same time, a death will change everything. So let's hope for 2 clean Dark Worlds on each side.
It's going to be interesting to see and compare both runners' movement as well to see what kind of jumps and tricks we'll be seeing from each runner.
Does Techno, does Zypher goes for safe strat or goes a bit more yeeting it? But it looks like he's doing a bit more safer, so Techno will probably take a small lead if everything goes well.
Let's see how it goes. Zypher getting a little bit stuck on the slope, but side flipping up, not losing too much time from that. Shortly catching up to Techno.
Techno seems to be very comfortable in Dark World from his movement.
For sure. From taking all these... you can see in the slight difference between the gameplay. He's probably been here a few more times. But Zypher
Yep.
keeping it close.
Bowser levels are really level that if you grind at them, like, you'll feel confident and just, like, it'll just roll together.
For sure. Both runners making it look pretty nice and easy, clean, making it to the end.
Ooh, and getting Goomba, but does not fall down, fortunately. But yeah, Zypher reminds me of my Dark Roll before I really started grinding 70. Like, much more safer, but, like, stay alive kind of strategy, where Techno is much more confident with it.
I think, yeah, being safe is definitely really important in races like this, because, I mean,
you can see the difference.
Yeah.
Like, just from Techno being more confident getting through it, like, we're basically the whole Bowser battle, like, ahead when they were tied coming in.
And both runners hitting Bowser first try this time, looking pretty nice. A stark difference in contrast to the first run we saw.
Yeah, fairly clean both ways.
So both runners were neck and neck heading into Dark World. We're seeing now Techno with a very slight lead and an edge on the Zypher. We're going to see how this pans out in the coming stages here in the basement. I think last we saw, Techno took a bit of a different route, opting to not go for Talon. We'll see if we end up seeing the same routing decisions this time around as well. If he'll opt for side flip yet again, or if now that he has the lead, he's going to be going for safer stuff.
Like, I think it's a ballsy decision to skip Talon and go for side hop. Like, in my opinion, which is a much harder start and easier to miss.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, Talon isn't free by any mean, but, like, it's not far from it once you know what you're doing.
For sure. I mean, compared to side hop, which I think Techno will be probably going for,
Ooh,
might as
but
well.
Zypher getting trolled by the Shy Guy. Was too far to the left, and the Shy Guy moved towards him.
And opting to go for the Pyramid Star as a backup, meaning that he'll have to go back and do Talon Star again.
Not too bad once you still have that backup, but you want to get it on the next attempt, because else you need to go to that pillar and wait a whole bunch of time for the bird to get there.
For sure. Meanwhile, from Techno's end, we're going to be seeing the side hop again. Now, in the first run, he got it first try. Will we be seeing such clean movement yet again? Getting the same exact burn that we saw in the first run, in the same spot.
Going for side hop, but can he get it? Looks alright, but gets to the corner and cannot get a ledge grab. He is gonna attempt it again though, and takes a burn and a death. And with that, we're gonna be tied up again as they exactly enter the stage at the same time.
And for a third, we're seeing a burn in the same spot again. Oh my god, I feel like I'm looping, having deja vu. But Techno looking nice and
this
clean,
time around. Zypher with the quickest tower. Well, actually tied up again. This matchup is much more interesting than the first one. That's for sure.
You gotta give props to the scriptwriters for producing such a close show for us today. Always love to see it.
Techno and Zypher both getting clean toe talks, no punching today. Neck and neck so far. Since Dark World, it hasn't really changed a whole lot.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to come down to a clean MIPS and clean BLJs. I think these races that are close generally tend to come down. And as we saw from the first race, both runners are pretty good and very proficient at both tricks. So this is going to be a close one, I think.
Techno with a clean left side, Zypher with the right side. Still neck and neck. Who makes a mistake first? We wanted
to go for the Boulder Star now. So if they get good RNG.
We wanted a tight and clean race until the end. So far, that is what we are getting.
Zypher getting some bad RNG, but reacting effectively, dodging both boulders, looking pretty good.
Techno couldn't get the right angle for the fast jump, and Zypher taking a bonk on the side flip. Doesn't change too much. They are still about 2 seconds apart. Now, both are gonna head into MIPS. Both got quicker grab last run, so can they get that quick grab again? Techno will have to get the backup where Toad is, but does not dive, so has to lose more time where Zypher grabs him early.
And with just that MIPS movement, we're seeing Zypher take a slight lead. If he can make this MIPS clip nice and cleanly, we'll be seeing a lead from Zypher here.
Looking good. That was very good angle. Techno with his Mario Cam setup should be alright, looking good. Both getting it first try.
Yeah, both runners making this trick look easy.
Zypher with the backflip. Can they hide going into the door? And they are!
Oh my goodness.
Both get into the into DDD at the exact same time.
Alright, which runner has the better swims?
Are we looking at the same gameplay on both sides? It is fair to ask.
We couldn't ask for a closer race than this, especially at this point in the run. Almost 14 minutes in, and both runners are tied, neck and neck, almost to the pixel.
Will they both get a good boarding of the sub? Techno looking good, and so is Zypher, still tied up everywhere. Oh, but Zypher missing the star, gonna be an extra second behind into Fire Sea.
Whew. I'm on the edge of my seat.
And he misses the entry, so that now it's half a second, but he also misses the entry, so it's back to like 1.5. Techno looking good at the beginning. So is Zypher. Both getting good movement. Can they both get zero cycle? That'd be awesome. Techno looking good for it. Gets it on the ledge grab, but Zypher cannot get that dive.
Getting bullied by the bully, starting to the lava,
gets a
bouncing
bomb.
back up.
Please don't die. But manages to survive and will get normal cycle. So Techno taking a small lead into the pipe. Zypher with the left side, gonna join him about maybe 10 seconds behind.
Zypher entering the pipe with only one pizza slice.
Yeah, 10 seconds apart into VLJs isn't very much of anything. It's Techno getting the throw. Zypher needs to get the throw to stay within it, and that's works.
That looked like it wasn't gonna make it. That bum plays some tricks sometimes, but both runners looking pretty good.
I am gonna throw shade at Techno this time around, not doing a dab on the Bowser throw. How dare you? Now heading into VLJ.
It's gonna be tight. This is where the real race, the real fun begins right here in 16 star. Both runners are very close to each other, practically in sync at the moment. It's gonna come down to execution now.
Techno on his first attempt, can he get it? Oh, looking good, and loses his speed.
That's unfortunate to see.
And Zypher coming in the door, they're pretty much tied up again. Can Zypher take the lead if he gets it this first attempt? But, oh, Techno losing his speed again.
Techno having a little bit of trouble, it seems, on these stairs.
Zypher not getting consistent, but Techno gets through, takes the lead. Zypher, that should work.
I think this
yeah,
will work.
I think that works.
If he commits, he'll pop through, I think, unless he lost his speed in a way that
I think, okay, he gets it. It's Techno, almost gets the second one, but jumps. But gets it now. Zypher needs a fast one here. Techno into bits. Zypher getting the BLJ. And goes to a dry world. Oh no!
You hate to see it.
Had it, but got stuck on a wall, changed his angle, and just went into wet dry world. You hate to see it. Techno in bits. And now Zypher has to do both BLJs again.
Yep, I think unless we're going to see a massive meltdown from Techno, which I think is unlikely as we saw from his previous
Yeah, taking it safe, going with the poles, and it looks like we're going to go into a game 3 unless a big meltdown. But gets the BLJ fairly quick, props to Zypher.
Zypher getting what looks like first try BLJs.
Please don't go to wet dry hold again. Oh no, oh no! Please don't! No, just kick, do something! No! Okay, looking better with that angle, but I think it's gonna be too little, too late. Might have had a chance. Addy not go to wet dry hold, but Techno only needs 3 throws. But it's gonna miss 1 as Zypher comes into bits.
Alright, this is gonna be Bowser fight.
Side camera triple jump at the beginning there from Zypher. Techno getting his first throw.
Nice re-grab on the tail.
Getting his second throw. I thought that wasn't gonna hit for a second.
These bombs are deceiving.
And gotta miss the third one.
We're just seeing a little bit of camera rage from Techno's end.
Zypher coming around, but it might be too little too late. But Techno misses one more. Could we see a turn of events and Techno being eliminated on missed throws? Oh, that should be good. That does not hit. Zypher is
Zypher's in there, okay.
It's 2 throws to 0. Takes damage from Bowser. Oh god. Needs that throw ASAP and gets it.
And that's looking good. Techno wrapping it up, making us all sweat a little bit there at the end.
Remembering there is a game 3 as Zypher misses his first show, but Techno is gonna take game 2. We're tied 1-1 going into game 3.
My goodness, that was giving me heart palpitations at the end there. It was Techno's race to lose, but he managed to clutch it out after missing quite a few Bowser throws near the end. With a nice 19-26, looking pretty swift, I must say.
Zypher had a great bits and then a meltdown on throws. I think now it's just getting his first one.
Yeah, this Bowser fight, it's harder than it looks. You know, the interesting spinning minigame that they decided to add into this game is quite precise.
Gets a second one. Yeah, if you get, like, you don't get the first one and you, like, misplace, it ruins your mojo of, like, where you're used to sending them, but gets the third throw. Much tighter race this time around.
For sure, we saw some clean gameplay from both runners at the beginning. I think that was good to see. After the meltdown we saw at the beginning of the runs in the previous race, it was nice to see this. But we did see a little bit of some interesting new ways to throw the run towards the end there with the wet dry world entry.
Yeah, I'm curious. I think this is the first time we went to wet dry world in the 16-star open. I could be wrong.
Yeah, from watching the races, I'm not sure we've seen it yet, but it's good that we checked off that box as well.
So Techno manages to pull it back, takes game 2. And again, we will see a game 3 where anything can happen. It can go either way.
Yeah, I think these are the most exciting races where you can see that both player has a clear shot to win it. Despite the difference in PBs, we're seeing similar times coming from both runners, which I think will make for a good third game to close it out.
Yeah, if the consistency just builds up from each races, game 3 could be very interesting.
For sure.
And we are preparing to go into game 3. We are not splicing run, I promised. We are just setting up video files. So how are you feeling? Who do you think takes game 3?
Honestly, I think it's going to depend. Zypher, I think, definitely has a lot of consistent gameplay to bring to the table, but with the wet dry world entry that we saw, I really think it's going to be hard to say. I feel like Techno
it could really go either way.
Although Techno has shown to have a little bit of trouble with cannonless setup, it seems. So hopefully that'll go his way this run.
And we are going for game 3.
Alright, so how are you feeling about likely to skip this game? Now, we saw both runners miss it in the first race, both runners get it in the second. How do you feel it's going to go in this third one?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think the first race miss was mostly nerves. Because, like, you coming in and, like, you're sweating, you're like, okay, I need a good beginning. But I think we shouldn't have too much problem this time around. But then again, Lakitu sometimes just trolls and doesn't give it to you.
For sure. I reckon we'll see both runners with a nice clean beginning once again. I think the beginning, once you're kind of warmed up, it's a lot easier to make fewer mistakes. I think it's just going to come down to making sure we don't make mistakes in Wumps as far as Cannonless is concerned, and maybe even Owless as well.
Techno lining up for it. Let's see if he gets it. Looks good, gets it. Can Zypher follow along? Does not. Black to skip not treating Zypher well today.
Taking a good long hard look at those castle walls before heading inside.
Techno had a way better bomb club than first race on the second one. Can he keep going in this third one?
I'm liking this grab.
Yeah, Techno looking much more comfortable now, and as more gameplay has been played, looking to be warmed up.
Definitely. We're seeing, I think, some good gameplay here at the beginning.
Zypher getting a small bomb will make it work with a bomb in the face again.
Alright. Nice beginning. We're seeing both races still neck and neck for the most part.
Expecting Techno to go for Alice again, given that you got it first try last run.
I think so. We've seen Techno go for it in the first run as well, so I think he'll definitely give it a few good shots before going for other stars. But I reckon that Techno will get a nice first try, clean-looking Owless, I believe.
Yeah, missed the Cannonless on the second race. It's still got a sub 5 womp, so should be alright as long as he does everything good. That looks good. Gets it on the first try.
Nice
Zypher now going for Class. The texture setup looking good. And gets it.
Nice done on first try. Okay, now it's going to be up to Techno to prove once and for all that this Cannonless will be done effectively by this man. Will we see it?
Going for sock folder, goes for the safer strat. That looks good. It should be good.
And we see it.
Techno getting his first Cannonless first try of the day. As Zypher takes Wild Blue, so if they both play clean until the end, Techno should have a like 3-second advantage from that Alice.
I think so, yeah. We saw a nice attempt on it. Looked pretty good. Worked out first try. Jumped a little bit into the star, but overall looking pretty clean. A nice half a star ahead of Zypher at this point.
Yeah, well, on EMU, Alice only saves like about 2 or 3 seconds, so it's really negligible, the difference that they are.
I think so, yeah. I think it's a lot more in console just because that area tends to lag a lot more. But I think on emulator, that problem is mitigated.
Techno with the faster movement to the Womp King. Gonna save maybe another second on that, as Zypher mostly takes the island to get up there.
With a nice looking Wump fight down. We only have one more star to get after this. Looking to maybe take another sub 5 Wumps split.
Definitely on pace to do it. For Zypher, looking more like a 5-10 maybe pace. Maybe a bit less. Maybe a 5:05.
I think it'll be fairly quick, but I'm not actually sure how long Owl actually takes.
From feeling, I'd say like, well, from when you enter the stage until you exit, maybe like 20-ish.
Techno with a nice triple jump dive, looking pretty clean, making it out with a 449 Wumps, even faster than the second race, looking pretty clean at the moment.
Yeah, looking like a 452 exit. Zypher will follow right behind again at a 504, it looks like. So just about 10 seconds behind.
So I think we saw a similar situation here in the second race, where Techno had a little bit of a lead at the beginning, with Zypher closely behind, where both runners ended up syncing up, so it's still hard to say who's really got the lead at this point in the game.
Yeah, well, Techno definitely has a small lead, but it's very similar to Game 2, I mean.
And nailing wall kicks.
Oh, that's a
I spoke too soon.
I didn't jump and just dove into the ice, but still gets it fast with the wall kicks. Zypher missing the penguin, but gets it.
And looking pretty good with a nice clean penguin delivery.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a Dark World death today, did we?
I think we've seen both runners make it through Dark World pretty effectively. We saw a pretty careful gameplay, but both runners made it through each time. I think now as well, Techno looking to take a full star lead leading into Dark World. It's going to be a nice cushion. We'll have room for death if he takes one.
Oh my god, that's a death.
Bro, no.
Waits too long to hold back. Techno taking the small lead now. After losing game 1, might be able to pull it back and pull the upset 2 games in a row.
Zypher, meanwhile, much closer this time with wall kicks, taking a little bit of a bonk, but making it to the star ultimately.
Techno looking good at the beginning of Dark World, as Zypher will join him momentarily. Almost falls down, but gets a ledge grab on the box.
Just barely making it out. Mario clutching that box with his dear life.
But again, looks very comfortable.
Yeah, I'd say overall, Techno definitely looks like he knows his way around this course, not afraid to make some long dashes and jumps. Missing the red coin, though.
We'll have to waste a cycle to get back to it. Zypher needs to play a bit less safer while still surviving, and it looks like that's what he's doing.
Zypher looking to make up as much time as he can here in these early stages.
Techno with a cleanish Dark World, but I'd say pretty much is worst of the day. Nothing bad, but the 2 other ones were much cleaner.
For sure. And for how clean this run still is, that's saying a lot.
Ooh, Zypher sliding a little bit, but stays on. And arguably Zypher's best Dark World today.
Yeah, bringing it back. We're only about a Bowser fight apart from each other.
But the question is, can he hit the throw on the first track? We've seen him have trouble, I think, in all of the races so far on the Bowser 1 throws.
I think the Bowser 2 throws went all right. I believe in Zypher.
And he misses it again.
Commentator Curse coming in, throwing Bowser nowhere near the bum.
And gets it on the second throw. Techno just about to enter SSL. SSL being a fairly straightforward stage today, nobody really have much problem except I think Techno in game 1 where the Shy Guy rolled him because he was too far left.
I think that was Zypher, because Techno has not been going for Talon this time around. He's been opting to go for side flip and lethal lava land instead.
Anyway, I did not curse them this time around. It was Baronade that did curse this time. But I did curse 2 people earlier today. Techno now in LOL.
Alright, so Techno's going to be going for a hard star, again, as we've seen after these red coins. If he manages to make it through and not die...
I wonder,
Yep.
since he missed it, like he did go for Talon this race, so I think he might just skip it to be safe. Oh, looks like he's going back in. Did he miss Talon? I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I think round 1, I think Zypher was the one who missed
Don't mind me, I'm
because I don't
special.
think Techno's been going for it.
That does not look good. Got the
Techno taking
triple
a
way
burn.
too far from the edge. That's what I was saying, like, I don't know why you would risk, like, Talon is much safer than this, but to each his own. Gets in on the second try.
Side flip is a cool looking star, objectively speaking. Techno getting a second try, not taking a death, looking pretty good. Moving to HMC now.
I would argue Talon looks cool too.
Talon does look cool. I think when you're learning the game, if you're getting into Super Mario 64, learning 16 star, that's one of those stars that I think feels the best to learn early on. And then even in later games, you can see top
Yeah,
runners going for Fly Guy, like
like
also looking
I
pretty amazing.
like I feel you do Talent Star and you show somebody that knows nothing about the game, they're like, oh my god, how do you time to being on the Shy Guy and everything? When it basically does everything by itself.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think when I was learning 16 star, I did exactly that.
Like a
Techno
lot of
and Design
star,
versus Clean.
like a lot of star in in this game, especially like Talon is a good example of it. Like you'll get it 100% consistent if you know what you're doing, like not to be too far to the left, not being on the edge of the pillar. Like if you just do the right things, it'll work every time, and that's what's great about the game. It's not like RNG on every star. Like, of course, you got some stars with RNG, like with Draw 100 or that kind of stuff. But mostly, it's all setups that work every time, if done right.
For sure. I think that makes it a less frustrating game to run than more heavily RNG dependent games. I think also you can see that when you're watching. You know, it's a very easy game to see the skill in.
Like, it has a good mix of like on-the-spot decision and like reactions, and a good like mix of okay, you need to do this to do it the optimal way.
Yeah, 100%.
Techno with the fast MIPS grab. Zypher, I think, took a breath.
And a nice quick first try. Mips looking pretty good. Both runners showing their prowess with Mips the bunny carrying him through the doors and not having any trouble. Techno making it into DDD. Looking
I don't know if
pretty
co-commentator know what happened to Zypher, because I was watching Techno. But he
Zypher,
looks to
meanwhile,
be
still has
much
a...
further behind than before.
The co-commentator was focused on the bunny, unfortunately. Cute fluffy ears, taking his eyes off the other screen. But now we're seeing Zypher moving on to getting Mips grab of his own.
Lost 10 to Maystar. Why would you doing Toxic Maystar in 16? I'm confused.
We're looking for just about a moment. We're thrown for a whirl.
But Zypher now at the door with the bunny, but kind of a weird angle. Might make it work, but yeah, that's way too far, close to the edge of the door.
The reach just within the door. Looking back out.
Techno already in Fire Sea. Can he hit a third zero cycle in a row? Oh, but gets a first and that's gonna kill the zero cycle. But still, as long
right there,
as, long as he hits the normal cycle, it should be alright with the lead he has. Oh, but playing spaghetti, taking burns, what's happening?
Meanwhile, Zypher having a bit of trouble getting this bunny through the door, but finally making it.
But that's what I was saying earlier, normal cycle being comfy, took a burn and did some like mistakes here and there and still very comfy on it.
For sure.
Now going for left side, does not get the long jump, but goes with jump dive and has to think fast, but manages to survive going back. If he was just one more dive ahead, he would be dead.
Techno's quick thinking skills, pulling him out of harm's way just in the nick of time. Love to see it.
Zypher in DDD going for the substar as Techno just about to hit the second Bowser. And does a ground pound. Very Monka ground pound on the platform. You will know once you get through it. But gets the throw. And gonna be exiting Fire Sea sub 15, so I'm not sure if that's close to PB. I think that's like high 17 pace.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good for Techno right now. I think Techno is really looking good at the moment, and he's built quite a lead for himself. It's going to take a lot for Zypher to catch up at this point. I think it's going to come down to Techno's gameplay. Right now, it's his race to lose.
Yeah, going into BLJ now, and that could change everything. We saw Techno not having the best BLJ in the previous race. Well, neither of them got the best BLJ. First race was much better for both of them. But Techno, with his first attempt, gets them instant and is gonna get through. Can't ask for much better than that.
This is looking pretty good for Techno right now.
If he gets a fast second one, I'm pretty sure this is very 17 pace, like 1750-ish, and gets it instantly. Gets
immaculate
into bits
BLJs.
at 15:45. Don't think that's PvE pace, but about like 15-20 seconds over, which is more than good. But
And
takes a
falling
that.
off the triple jump, not quite making it. Slightly too close to the edge.
I
Zypher,
think
meanwhile,
that
finishing up fire
will
speed.
kill the 17 though. Still can get a low 18. As Zypher hits the throw, is gonna head into BLJ. Techno still holding a comfortable lead despite the death.
Looking like he's gonna make his way through Bowser in the Sky with hopefully not too much issue, but he has.
Yeah, we haven't
room to
seen
make
any.
mistakes.
Oh, and does not jump in time, slides down the colorful slope. But we haven't seen any left side, right side, standing moving attempts today. We've seen a lot of kicks, and we're gonna see them again from Techno.
And both runners opting to go for this strategy, but it looks like it's been paying off. I don't think I've seen either runner fall doing those, so props to them for picking it.
Zypher now into BLJ, cannot get them instantly like Techno did.
Nice side
Techno.
jump to the top platform there.
Techno getting very good Goomba RNG, no Goomba to be seen. Zypher getting through the first door, but Techno is already in the pipe, so unless the big meltdown, Techno will be coming back from a first match defeat and take 2 in a row.
I think if we see perfect throws here, we might actually
And gets
see
one.
17 from Techno. I think it's still possible at this point. I'm looking good with the first.
Gets
Nailing
2.
the second. Nice regrab.
And gets
And
3.
looking good with perfect
That's
throws.
gonna be
We've
a
got sub
17,
18.
51, 52-ish, I think. Yeah, Techno
Putting a
just
good-
went on better and better as the run went through.
The run of his life, putting up quite
A
a showing with a
53.
17.53.
Playing within 30 seconds of his PB, having a 17.27 PB is pretty damn good.
Really putting the pressure on Zypher there towards the end, even with the fall that we saw in Bowser in the Sky, still managing to clutch out a 17 time. Very clutch, very cool
Yeah.
indeed. Congratulations to Techno for taking it away with a stellar final run.
Zypher just about to head into the pipe. But very, very close matchup, all 3 of these races, especially the second, third one.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of everything here and there. We saw all sorts of things happening in the first race. We saw some wet dry world, and we saw some clean gameplay here at the end from Techno to take it home with a 2-1 victory over Zypher.
Props to the Zypher for, even though he did lose, like, you're losing against a 17, so it's not that he played bad, it's just that Techno was warmed up and just played better. Closer and closer to his PB. I think got an over 20 in the first race, then got a mid 18, and then the 17. Zypher having some trouble in the Bowser battle, asking everyone to close their eyes in chat as he gets going with them. Here's the first throw.
I think with a nice clean third throw, we will see a sub 20 from Zypher's end.
Gets the second one.
This is the third throw. We're
Oh,
wrapping
that
it
gets
up
the third one.
nicely.
Never mind. Commentators
Yeah,
not
very
paying
cool.
attention.
Very cool, sub 20. Still love to see it. Very hard time to achieve, regardless.
But despite Zypher being the fan favorite in the betting, Techno will take the victory and move on to the next round. And some people, including me, will make a lot of channel points. Now, as this was pre-recorded, we will not have any interview for this matchup, but coming up, we have some more matchups for today. I think we got 4 more matchups, being at 3, 4:30, 6, and 7:30. Oh, well, Saren informing that if they want to interview, Techno cannot. Zypher will be coming. Zypher, please just join waiting room and we will drag you in.
Techno apparently
Techno.
on campus waiting for a class to start.
you do love to see the people going to school and being very studious, don't want to miss class for an interview, even though they won. What a chat.
For sure, 100%.
As we wait for Zypher to come in and tell us how he feels. And here he is, Zypher. How do you feel with, unfortunately, taking game one but losing the two next one?
I'm not gonna lie, it went exactly how I expected. I expected to win the first and lose the other two. So I was pretty happy with how that first race went. I was even kind of happy with how the second race went, besides the wet dry. Then the third race, I just hated that run.
Oh, I'd say the third race went pretty well too. Like, he just played better than you. Like,
yeah,
you can't do anything.
I mean, like, obviously, I'm not gonna 17 in the race. I mean, I can totally get a time like that, but definitely not in a race.
Yeah, on the any given run, just like that. Gotcha.
Yeah, on command it's definitely hard to put up a really fast time, but you did give Techno a run for his money there throughout the second run, keeping it close all the way to the end. It was really good to see.
Yeah, and you were the fan favorite, like, by a wide margin.
Yeah. It does suck that I'm pretty sure I definitely would have won if I didn't wet dry roll, but like, I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
I wouldn't say definitely.
I mean,
like,
it would have
been
close. It definitely would have been close.
Maybe.
Because what was it, a 40-second difference? I don't know. I don't even know how much.
Well, if you wouldn't have with dry world, you would have entered bits like maybe, I think, 20-ish seconds behind them.
Yeah, but I can't even remember how many throws he missed, but it was a lot.
He missed like 2 or 3 on that race. I'm not exactly sure.
I think it was
it was still pretty close.
But assuming you would have made it in and then got clean bits and 3 clean throws, it would have been very, very tight.
Oh yeah, well that's true because like that would have been like 18 4x BPT into bits, so my mindset could have changed like a ton. Because I was not nervous after the wet dry rolled, like at all.
For sure. But if you have any last words, as we will probably not see you again in the tournament since you have been eliminated, do you want to shout anything out?
I just want to say GG Techno, and my bet is on G-Man to win the tourney, so...
You heard it from Zypher. Now, we will take a very small break as we've got another matchup in... Normally it would be like 8 minutes, but I think that's going to be delayed slightly, not much. Poke versus Third for Dinner. And I will not be on commentary for that one, but will maybe be on the 4:30 one, so I might see you later. Bernay, do you have any closing words and goodbyes or shout-out you want to say before we go?
Yeah, sure. Be sure to tune in for the races to come. We're going to see some stellar gameplay, I think, coming out for our runners today. It's always good to see people coming out for an event like the 16-Star Open and giving it their all, giving everybody a run for their money and putting out some good gameplay. It's a pleasure to be here and commentating with you, my good friend, Blue Haven Gaming. And congratulations again, Zypher, for playing.
Yeah, always a blast to do comms, especially with good friends. But yeah, you are watching the GSA Open 16-Star Tournament, and we shall be back shortly.